Well, hello there, and welcome to round 13 of the Great American Stampin' Show. Lucky 13, maybe. I don't know. You get to be the judge. And I'm so glad that you've chosen to watch this video today. We are doing something a little different and a little special with this particular round. Instead of using the same stamp set or bundle, we are copying each other's layouts. So I have selected one of Jodi's layouts from the past 12 episodes. I didn't look to see what number it was, but I will show you which layout that is, and then I'm going to make my own version of it. The thing that's the same though from last time is you get to choose the winner. So after you watch my video, see my project, watch the other 3 videos, you get to vote with those ever coveted thumbs ups. Thumbs ups? Thumb up? Thumbs up. I don't know. And then we'll crown the winner in a week. Thanks for watching. Let's check this out. So this is my very interesting drawing of Jodi's layout that I am going to be copying. I mean, you can see the main idea there. This is from the Autumn Leaves week or round, whenever we did that. And so she's got a piece back here that was designer series paper, the greeting here, some other elements here, just like leaves and stuff. And then over here, there's like a texture, like an embossing folder. And then the stars are the rhinestones, so, or jewels, or whatever she used. So that is what I'm going to be copying. I'm going to just set this right here. And when I get my card finished, hopefully I'll remember to pull back in and compare and see how I did, see if I was able to copy the same idea. Okay, so here's what I'm using for this. I've got a black card base and a little piece of, what is this, fresh freesia, and a scrap of berry burst. So those are the cardstocks I'll be using. And curved occasions. I mean, this mini catalog, the September through December mini catalog, we just about have to say goodbye to everything in it. Well, not everything, but most things. And this is the stamp set I'll be the most sad to say goodbye. So what I'm going to do is start with this piece of fresh freesia. And I need some reinforcements from some paper towel. And you'll see why in just a minute. I've got these 2 color spritzer bottles. And I've already got a little bit of alcohol in both of them. And it's just like regular old rubbing alcohol. It doesn't even say a percent. Like sometimes people will ask that. And I don't know. So I think really any will. Oh yeah, it does say hello. 70% right there. But anyway, so that's what I bought. It's just regular old alcohol. I don't know if other kinds work too. I think they probably do. So I'm going to start with my colors that I'm going to put in these are Berry Burst, Orchid Oasis, and then maybe a little bit of Memento. I don't know, spritzing with black, is that frightening or what? Okay, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put like 8 drops in there of Berry Burst. And I mean, I just really want it to be very saturated. I don't know the exact right amount. This process, I get asked this a lot, like how do you know how many drops? Well, you don't. You just have to like test it out until it seems like, you know, a good amount. And I want it to be really vibrant. So I'm just spraying these here to make sure that I got the color all the way up into the spraying part. Because when I spray my cardstock, I want it to spray first try. I don't want to do like 3 clear sprays. Although with alcohol, those would probably dry pretty fast. But, you know, whatever. Just making sure that I'm being as exact as you can be with this little technique, which is not very exact. Okay, so let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do a few more of this because I have more alcohol in this bottle. I don't know, there's like 10 maybe, I'm not sure, of Orchid Oasis. So shake that up, and then same thing, make sure that it's ready to start appearing. There we go. All right, now one thing you have to accept, if you're going to start doing color spritzing like this, you must accept that it will look different every time. If you really try to recreate something that you just did, that's when you're going to get frustrated. If you have a little bit of an open mind, like, okay, I kind of want to use these colors and I have like a basic idea of what I'm doing, then you'll be more happy in the end. So because of Jodi's template, where there's like this stuff all happening here, I'm going to keep that as kind of my central point for this spritzing that I'm doing. So that's right here. So I'm going to try to spritz like out from that. So first, let's see, we've got our berry burst. So I wanted like a really intense part and then maybe some lighter parts up here. So this time I'm going to kind of like pull my, hold on. I'm going to actually give myself extra layers so it doesn't go all over my desk. So I'm going to pull back on my spritzer a little bit and just kind of, woo, make sure it's pointing in the right direction. Get like that top corner up there a little bit. That should do. And also sometimes you get like these splotches. That's good, because the last thing I want here is one solid color of spritzing. Otherwise I might as well have just used, cardstock. So that's kind of the idea. Just make sure to get some of these other colors around a little bit. Let's see, maybe I can probably leave that there. That's all right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Maybe I'll just do a tiny bit up here in this corner without covering it completely. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Love it. Now I'm going to take this same spritzer that has the Orchid Oasis, and now I'm going to add Memento to it. So it just makes it a little bit darker. Oh, I got a huge squeeze of that. It wasn't coming out, so I squoze it really hard, which is fine. I probably don't need that much, so it's probably a little wasteful, but it's not going to be ruined. Okay, now I'm going to try to hit just like maybe like a pull back and do like one from really far away and just kind of get some splatter on it. Oh, oops, it's not. I forgot. Oh, look. See, you're seeing me make some mistakes too. Okay, I need to practice and make sure that the black is coming through. So now we've got that. So now I'm just going to kind of do sort of an all over from far away. Oh, wow, look at that. That looks cool. Okay. Wasn't really what I was planning on, but what did I just say at the beginning of this? You can't really control it. And you'll get your hands too, which is fine. Good thing I had my paper towel. Okay. So that's pretty good. I cannot add any more Orchid Oasis because I've contaminated that one, but I think I will add a little bit more. Make sure the pink shows pretty well up here in this corner. Like that. Yeah, that looks cool. Maybe a little bit more out there in the very point. Okay. Perfect. So now because I used alcohol, it will dry pretty quickly, but I'm going to use my heat tool now to really speed this up and to get it dry. All right, that is all dry. Looks pretty similar. It is kind of like a little bit wrinkly, so I'm just going to use my bone folder to try to flatten it out a little bit so that when I stick it down to my card base, it will lay flat. So kind of work that out a little bit. Next step, this one's really exciting. I need another little scrap of cardstock, and I've got this one here, but this one's actually too big. I just need it to be like, I don't know, maybe like this big. We'll see how this works. And then I need my snips. I'm just going to cut like a little pie piece out of this. Actually, that might be a little too extreme, so I'll just kind of cut that in like this. That should work. And now this is like just a little pie piece that I'm going to, again, use sort of this point right here as the center. And then I'm going to just kind of move around like this with the following items. I've got a white ink pad and a blending brush. Let me just do one little pie piece of this and show you what's happening. Okay, so you can see it's supposed to kind of look like a little bit of light. So now I might be shedding some light on which of these images in the what is it, curved occasions, which of those I'll be using. Okay, now I could go around and be really even about this and really measure and make sure that they're all, you know, even, but this method is so much better if you just kind of do a little bit more haphazard. So I'm going to start just kind of overlapping a little bit, different areas, so there's different lightness and darkness. And then I'm going to be embossing over the top of this. So some of it might be covered up anyway. And again, refer to rule number 1, which was it's never going to look the same twice. So you must accept that if you're going to do like ink techniques and different experiments like this. So just embrace the individuality and the funness of it. Okay, let's see. This is looking good. I am liking this. It's looking pretty. It just kind of look like spotlights if you were to see those in the sky, you know, like, I don't know what a like movie premiere or car lots sometimes do these. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen spotlights kind of flying around. But that looks pretty good, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and heat set that again and get ready for some embossing. Okay, quick swipe of my embossing buddy so that my embossing powder doesn't stick to the entire ink that's all there. And now okay, I just did something I wasn't supposed to do. I'm not actually going to ink up the string on this disco ball, mirror ball, whichever you'd like to call it. I'm going to leave that off because it's just going to be kind of floating there rather than hanging from the sky, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm actually going to slide this off the table so that I can make sure to get a really good transfer of the Versamark. Sometimes when there's lots of ink layers, it doesn't transfer as well, and you end up embossing twice, which is fine if I do. Let's see. Was there like a tool that can help me pick this up? I can't even remember. But this is working pretty well. I don't need that yet. Oh, there's the back side. Look at all of that vibrancy showing through there. Now I can see that some of the ink or some of the stuff still did stick to these little pieces right there. So I'm going to try to remove that where I can. Maybe a little to knock off any excess. And I think that's good. Let's heat it. Okay, I will say those little extra bits of silver embossing that were left here really look cool. I'm glad that I didn't get all of those off because they're kind of adding to those rays of light. I don't use silver embossing very often, and this is the perfect project for it. So I'm pretty happy about that. Ooh, looking good. Okay, we're moving on now to a little greeting. Where did my piece of Berry Burst go? Here it is. So I've got my greeting, and I'm going to use these 2 greetings that say, "Oh, what happy news," and "Congratulations." And I tried stamping them together, but I think I'm going to stamp them separately and just cut 2 different pieces. And so grab my memento, stamp these down here, and then I'm just going to trim them so they fit nicely on the card. Now I've got to have we're ready to have the card base. And on this, before I stick anything down, I want to add, we'll go back to the template, like these little bits that Jodi had, like some texture behind the greeting. I really liked that. I thought it was beautiful. So this is going to go here, and this is good. These are going to go right about here. And so I want to add a little bit of texture right behind that right there. So I thought I would go back to the Autumn Leaves dies and get this little piece right here and die cut that into my cardstock right there so that it gives a little bit of texture. Okay, it's time to assemble. I added black dimensionals to the back of this piece. I mean, they wouldn't show through, but I don't know. I just have a lot of them and I don't hardly ever use them. So I thought this is the great project to do that. So I'm going to put this over in this corner here, and that looks good right there. Now I'm going to add one other little, wow, that paper is still kind of bent, but that's okay. I guess that gives it character. I'm going to add one other little ornamental accent here, and I'm just going to drag a line of, ooh, this is the very unexact science of Tombow glue. Just going to drag that right along the edge here and put a little bit. It doesn't need to be covered. And then I have this fabulous, well, gold, well, it's the silver from the Gold and Silver 3/16" trim combo pack. So I put the glue down. I'm just going to kind of slide it under there and just assume that it will stick, assuming it can get underneath that. There we go. I tried this ribbon in so many different ways. It's one of the few silver trims that are available right now, and I love this trim. It's so cool. I thought it was perfect for a mirror ball, but every way I tried it just seemed really overwhelming. So this is a way to kind of put it on the card and give a little sparkle, but not take over. I don't know, these ends are kind of weird, so maybe I'll just cut them straight. It's funny. Like I said, different every time. Okay, here's my two little greetings. And I'm going to just put them here and kind of offset them a little bit. And again, cut the edges on a bit of a diagonal. And then stick those down. And then I have one final element. Okay, I've got, oh, what happy news. And I put a double, so you can see that there's a double dimensional on this side and single. I did that for both of these because I've already got dimensionals on this side here. So this will kind of help these, these greetings will be flat, if that makes sense. And then kind of offset these a little bit so that they line up, but not perfectly. And now for that final element. Now I have these basic rhinestones. I don't even know how old these are. I haven't bought or used these in 100 years because I have been so obsessed with the iridescent rhinestones. Oh my goodness. Those are incredible. They're still my favorite, but those take on the color of whatever you put them on, which is usually one of the reasons why I love them. But this time I wanted everything silver. And so these seemed like the right choice. I mean, you just never know. Wait, let me look back at my template. How am I doing? Is it looking similar? So here I'm putting my final rhinestone right there. Ta-da! I am finished. Okay, so here's Jodi's template from the Autumn Leaves round. And here's mine. Pretty similar, but very different cards. That is something that is just so darn fun about stamping and creating, is that you can take inspiration from something and then do your own take that is completely different. Thanks so much for watching. If you like my version, thumbs up for my video, and please go watch Jodi, Julie, and Brandy's videos too. I am so excited to see theirs. Brandy is casing one of my cards. I don't know which one yet, one of my templates, and so I cannot wait to see it and see how all the rest of them turn out too. Well, hi. So this video isn't actually over yet. The video after the video. A couple of things I forgot to say. We're going to be taking a little break on the Great American Stampin' Show. So we'll be back in January with our next season of things, and we're going to just try all new things. So you should be on the edge of your seat with excitement. Also, the Great American Stampin' Show girls are going on a cruise. So if you're interested in doing some crafting in Alaska with us, click that link below and find out all the information. It's going to be incredible. It's in June 2024, and we would love to have you on board to just have a good time and also to stamp along with us. Okay, that's it for now.